Can a simple hello change the way you learn English? This story isn't about grammar or rules. It's about something more powerful, real-life connection. And if you want to pick up natural English while enjoying a meaningful story, you're in the right place. Make sure to subscribe, hit like, and turn on notifications, because these daily stories aren't just fun. They make your English stronger without you even trying. Layla stepped out of the small hostel just after breakfast. The streets of Lisbon were already glowing in the warm morning sun. She didn't have a plan. No list of museums. No guided tour. Just one simple rule she'd made for herself the night before. Today, I'll say hello to every single person who smiles at me first. It sounded easy, but as she walked down the old cobblestone street, she realized something. People rarely looked up. Most of them were rushing to work, checking phones, or talking to someone else. Layla kept walking. Then it happened. A man holding a basket of oranges outside a tiny market looked up, smiled kindly, and gave her a little nod. She smiled back and said, "Hello." The man said nothing, but the smile stayed, and his eyes lit up with surprise, like she had done something rare. Layla continued down the street. One hello. Many more to go. At a crosswalk, a young woman with messy hair and headphones smiled at her for half a second. That was enough. "Hello," Layla said softly, a bit nervous. The woman paused, pulled one earphone out, and said, "Hi," with a quick grin before the light changed and they walked in different directions. It was a strange feeling, warm and light, like she was part of the city now, not just a visitor. She realized she had spent too many days walking like a ghost in new places. Always watching, never joining. But now, each smile was like an invitation. By mid-morning, she had already said hello 10 times. The greetings were short and simple. Hi, morning, hola, even a few waves and nods. At first, it felt like a challenge. After a while, it started to feel like fun. She stopped for a coffee at a small bakery. The old man behind the counter smiled while handing her the cup. She smiled back. "Hello," he replied. "Beautiful day, isn't it?" "Yes," she said. "Perfect for walking." She sat near the window and wrote that phrase in her notebook. Beautiful day, isn't it? Not just the words, but the way he said it, soft, friendly, full of rhythm. She read it out loud a few times under her breath. English had never felt so alive. After finishing her coffee, she stepped back outside and walked toward a narrow alley filled with clotheslines and flower pots. An older woman was sweeping the front of her house. She looked up and gave Layla a quick smile. "Hello," Layla said, adding a small wave. The woman said, "Hello, dear," and continued sweeping. Layla smiled again. Some people didn't stop. Some did, but no one looked annoyed. And every hello made her feel more confident. At noon, she sat on a bench in a small park. She watched the world go by, a couple sharing fries, a man playing guitar, 2 kids chasing each other. One of the kids tripped and laughed. When he saw her watching, he smiled. Layla said, "Hello." The boy giggled and ran off. She kept a list of greetings she had heard. "Hey there." "Hi." "Good afternoon." "What's up?" "Howdy," from an American tourist. It was like building a collection, not of objects, but of moments. Later, near the waterfront, a group of teenagers was taking selfies. One of them looked up and smiled at her. Layla didn't hesitate. "Hello," the girl said. "Hi, are you a tourist?" Layla just nodded and kept walking, feeling proud of herself. It wasn't about starting big conversations. It was about noticing people and using language to respond. In the late afternoon, something changed. Layla wasn't just waiting for smiles now. She had started making eye contact. Sometimes she smiled first. Sometimes they did. But every time she said hello, it felt easier, more natural, less like a rule and more like her. She had become someone who says hello, someone who welcomes the world. As the sun began to set, painting the sky pink over the water, she walked across a wide square filled with pigeons and street performers. A man juggling oranges saw her, smiled wide, and threw one orange high into the air. She laughed and said, "Hello," while clapping. People around her were smiling too. She wasn't just practicing English anymore. She was part of the city's rhythm. She walked slowly back toward her hostel. Tired feet, full heart. She counted the number of hellos she had said that day. At least 40. Each one had taught her something. How to pronounce hello in different accents. How to listen for tone and rhythm. How body language supports language. How confidence grows through action, not theory. And maybe the most important thing, how small kindness can open big doors. That's what story-powered English is all about. You didn't sit with flashcards. You didn't memorize a list. But you just learned greetings, responses, natural expressions, and real-world rhythm, all without stress. That's the power of using stories that move you. Now it's your turn. Try this challenge tomorrow. Say hello to every person who smiles at you. Just one word. But do it. Then come back and comment. How did it feel? What did you learn? Who surprised you? And don't forget to do this. Subscribe if you believe language should feel alive. Like this video if you think a smile can teach more than a textbook. Share it with someone who's too shy to say the first word. Maybe today's story will help them open up. We do this every day. No boring lessons, just powerful, unforgettable stories that stick.